Probando, 1, 2, 3, micrófonos, probando, probando y acomodando. Acomódatela. Ay, se me está cayendo. No la dejes caer. Mira. Bueno, a ver si ahí se controla el micrófono. Bueno, ya estamos en vivo en el Instacrack, el Face, en el YouTube, el Twitch. Y en unos
¿Qué ondas?
minutos.
¿Qué ondas? ¿Qué ondas?
Aquí sufriendo como siempre, sufriendo. No, la verdad, todo bien, todo bien.
No sufras, güey.
No, pues qué, por eso me va mal. Porque me gusta sufrir. Vamos a aprender la radio para comenzar este desmadre a través de Live 365. Ahí están los claves en el Face. Hasta que nos corran, porque puede que nos corran otra vez, como siempre, ahí en el Face. No les cae muy bien lo alternativo. No les gusta que no paguemos regalías. Pero sí pagamos de esos pedos, sí pagamos regalías.
¿Verdad que sí, man?
Sí. Ese pedo. Órale. Ahí estamos en vivo. En la radio Live 365. You can hear that?
Very, very lightly. Casi no se escucha, man.
What about now?
I can't hear it through this.
No? What about now?
Tampoco. You're like, chingao, pues.
Chingao, pues. Chingao, pues. You see, you can hear it lightly?
And I can't really hear it, bro. Te digo que casi no se escucha. It's not coming through the audio on this feed. Okay, now I'm hearing something, but it might be coming through the speaker. Okay, I hear it now. Se escucha bien.
Camiches.
Ya estamos en el aire, güey.
En el Live 365, sí.
Okay.
And we're listening to Camiches going on.
Perros.
So when I do turning on mics, give it about a good 5 seconds. So like, I'll try to give it, a good 10 seconds before so we can be ready. Turning on mics.
Se me hace chistoso el título de la canción.
Aquí tu amigo, locutor, programador y muy bien desconocidos, Dr. G.
Y su cómplice, el Chivo. Y el Manolo Diabólico. ¿Qué onda, raza?
Te escuchas casi igualito al Chivo, con esa vocesota.
Ahorita viene.
Ahorita llega aquí a mi vecindad. ¿Qué te pareció? Comenzamos con la canción titulada Los perros van al cielo.
Pues me encanta el título de la canción. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Buena rola, man. Really good, really good. Catchy pop punk.
Yeah, so el grupo se llama Camiches y son de México, de la Ciudad de México, de México. Yeah. And it's They started in 2012, but I think there was like an iteration before that. Anyway, se describen como post-hardcore, pop punk rock. Ya ves que hoy en día se mezcla mucho los géneros y pues este grupo es uno de esos. They're really good though, man. I'm pleasantly surprised by them, and I think I wanna hear more of what they have. Pero me los encontré en una de las search que but, I was trying to like, a ver qué, what's going on right now, and this came up, pero they've been around for what, 13 years now. So
Okay.
yeah,
So they've been
yeah.
around. They've been around a minute.
Yeah. Los perros van al cielo. What does that remind you of? Why is it kind of funny to you?
Because, cuando te dicen perro, cabrón.
A mí, the first thing that came to mind, me gustó el tema de la canción. Obviamente tiene que ver con el amor and I miss you y que quién sabe qué y que, I don't know about loving pets and animals or whatever, right? Anyway, the old school cartoon movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's what it reminded me
Órale,
of.
yeah.
For some reason. So, but anyway, Camiches de México, la Ciudad de México, aquí en mi vecindad, con Los Perros Van al Cielo. Y vamos a seguir esta noche presentando la música de Diabólico, porque el chivo por ahí viene. Va a llegar en un ratito, pero primero vamos a presentar la música tuya. A ver qué nos traes esta noche.
Órale, pues, pues las rolas que vamos a escuchar, definitivamente they were super influenced by lo que mandó el chivo. So vamos a escuchar ahora Camellos de España, de Madrid, España, con la canción Peligrosamente, que salió en el álbum Manual de Estilo 2022. Y lo que me encanta de los Camellos is they have a little bit of The Clash, even like Idols. They sound a little bit like the Idols at times, and AC/DC. Todo depende en la rola. Super eclectic, cool band. Definitivamente alternativo because they're all over the place.
Right. Bueno, seguimos con Camellos aquí en mi vecindad.
Hasta el borde está creciendo peligrosamente.
Yeah, there was some flavor there that I did. You're right about that variety of flavors, Y ahorita que cambiamos el playlist order, like, you get used to what's next, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of readjust porque in my head I'm like, oh, this is that song, But
yeah, and this is one of those groups que cada vez que los escucho, like I'm always drawn to their music, pero I'm guilty de que a veces se me pasa, like super enfocado in all these things, these other bands. Pero every time I come back to Camellos, I'm like, you know what? I gotta play them more just because they're good. They're so good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was this one, but there was another band in here. It definitely has that old school feel, right? And it may be like you said, this particular song, right? That poquito de los 90s, ese.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then a little bit of the call and response too. Is it just one singer?
I think it's one primary singer, pero también hay otros que hacen coros.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Manual del Estilo, peligrosamente la canción, con Camellos aquí en mi vecindad a través de Diablovisión, también a través de mi vecindad y en la radio Live 365, live365.com, en la radio MBMN, My Neighborhood, mi vecindad. Mi vecindad, mi neighborhood. Lo que sí pasa siempre, escucho los playlists de mi vecindad,
Mhm.
this is just a lot of really good music.
Yeah, and you know what? I turned on my brother Chris. I'll send a shout out to him later on. And he started just diving into all the playlists. He me manda texts like, I'm listening to this one, and so far everything that he's listened to is thumbs up, which is
Nice.
I think he's got a really good taste in music. So
Mhm.
so that's good.
Nice. Yeah, I appreciate that, and but I feel that. I feel that every time I listen to the music, and pues me da esa energía, ¿no? Cada semana de que estamos prendidos. Me, me fascina, ¿no? Estar aquí.
This is such a cool, interesting band. Se me hace que was it Chivo that brought this a while ago?
I think so. I think it was Chivo, yeah. Fiesta bizarra con el tema Ya no existes más. They give me a little bit of that feel. What's that band de Mexico that has that weird it's like a couple, she's in a band and he's in what's the name of that band? It's got that weird recently they released a song that has like the vocals are just intense. They're just like so different, you know. Because it does have
and you know what? And I'm not gonna repeat this on the air. Los vocales de la chica en esta canción me recuerdan un chingo from ¿cómo se llama?
Terciopelados?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Andrea. For sure. I thought that was earlier. I was telling you about the playlist. Like I was hearing the songs and I was like, oh, that reminds me so. You know, but yeah, it's Andrea from Terciopelados, big time, you know. Y son españoles, ¿no?
Son de Perú.
De Perú, órale. Tuning on mics.
Ok, acabamos de escuchar a Fiesta Bizarra con la canción Y no existes más de su álbum Sadness, Sorrow, Imagination, que salió en el 2015. Super cool, artistic, eclectic, spastic, jazz, alti, indie band de Trujillo, Perú. En lo que estamos hablando yo, el Dr. G, fuera del aire, la vocalista, oh man, the chica, it reminds me dead ringer from Andrea de Terciopelados, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Pero sí, right. Sí tiene el sentido, and I thought about it, and I don't know, tiene el sentido, I guess, suramericano, ¿no? Con los vocales, but it's that, porque, pues ya ves que en los lenguajes tienen, I guess there's pitches in different countries, how people speak in South America, some parts of South America, el pitch is un poco, or even, yeah, it's a little slower than let's say in México, aquí en los Estados Unidos. But anyway, vamos a seguir con más música esta noche. Eso fue Fiesta Bizarra. Y ahora vas a seguir con más buena música, Diabólico.
Sí, ahora nos vamos a País Vasco. Vamos a escuchar a Belaco. Indie alternative band. I mean, these guys have been around forever. Más de 5 álbumes desde el 2013. Y muchas de las rolas de su música anteriormente, it was super high energy.
Yeah.
And they reminded me a lot of bands como Metric. Really, really high energy. Pero ya han tocado más de 12 años, you know, maturity. Esta rola que salió, se me hace que hace como un año y medio, Sangre Total, it's so different. It's so different from their previous material, and you can obviously see the evolution of the band, dónde están ahorita a comparación a dónde estaban antes cuando eran jóvenes, much younger. I've been wanting to play the song for a while now just because it's so different, and going to give a shout out to Ariana. She pointed out that this song reminds her a lot of Snakefinger, which as I started listening to it, I'm like, okay, but it's a really cool jam. Just check it out.
Diablovisión, mi vecindad.
Está medio piratón esta rola, man. So the first time that I heard this album, it took me a while. Like, I listened to it and I just filed it away because it's so different from all their other stuff. And I think what I love about Belaco is that it's so high energy, so much fun to listen to. Not that this isn't. It's just, you can obviously tell that they're not those younger kids anymore.
Yeah, and I was listening to some interviews with the band that we started the night with, Camiches, and they were in their late 20s when they started Camiches, because before that they were in like hardcore punk bands and stuff like that. And so they were like, I saw an interview from 2012 where they were like, I'm 28. I was like, 28? That's 13 years ago. So they're well into like their early 40s. And so it's like, okay, so some of these bands who we've been playing here for almost, we're going on 9 years now. They're ya están maduros. And they do change. Many bands change, obviously, as they get older. Y si no, siguen lo mismo. Y hay pocos grupos where they stay the same, like they stay completely the same, and they're very iconic in that sense. Y supongamos los Rolling Stones, ¿verdad? Los cabrones, if they keep playing lo mismo, vas a quedarte viejo como el chivo.
What up, cabrón?
¿Qué ondas? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te... A ver, turn on your mic. Lo tienes en mute.
A ver, ¿ya se escucha? ¿Se escucha?
Ya te escuchamos, ahora sí.
¿Qué día tan largo, hombres?
Nah.
¿Qué me perdí?
We just kind of switched up the lineup, so we're playing the songs que I'm putting on.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just listened right now to Belaco, and I was just mentioning that este álbum que salió, what was it, año y medio now?
Yeah.
When I listened to it, I think I was wanting to listen to classic Belaco, high energy.
It's different.
It's so different.
It's really good, though.
Yeah.
Es un buenísimo disco, pero...
Yeah.
Yeah. Pero también Belaco también ya va por 15 años de estar tocando, so they have to evolve a little bit,
Yeah.
You know what? So I'm looking at the portadas and I'm realizing I switched them just before we got on, but I didn't switch them on here. So they're all over the place. So, but this was another trip we went to.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting porque the way Chivo sets, it started totally different, but towards the end, I kind of just got into this. I don't know. I think there were some elements on some of the songs that I'm like, you know what? Especially with like the Camellos and the Belaco, and I think Ego Breaker, I just think really follows well the Sangre Total song. And Fiesta Bizarra, man, it's just a cool...
Fiesta Bizarra is great.
Yeah.
Camellos is great. Belaco is amazing. I mean, anyways.
So what was it tonight, Hector? Was it a rehearsal or?
No. It was the superintendent for the county did a immigration awareness
Okay.
event. So my daughter's mariachi got invited, but there was Gabby got split up with one girl, and then I got this girl. So we were over there. Y que según que iban a tocar in the beginning, and we ended up closing the set. So that's why I had been a long day. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning.
Sí.
Damn. Yeah, man. You must be fucking cross-eyed.
Right now I am. Y luego con la lluvia, and then I had to juggle el trabajo ahora,
The work, right.
work crews, and like it was just. It's been a funky couple of days, you know.
That's what you need me Vecindad, music.
I didn't want to miss today. Last week I was sick as a dog. This
Oh,
week I didn't
that's
want to
right.
miss it, you know.
You feeling better, dude?
Yeah, I was like, dude, for a second there I thought I had pneumonia. Man.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice.
I was in bad shape for like, no te miento, like 2.5 days, maybe 3 days.
Oh damn.
Like my fever spiked up pretty hard. Like I started feeling sick on Thursday. I went home a little bit early from work Thursday, and by la tarde I was like super, like I was shivering, but I was sweating. And that's when I texted you guys. I go, I'm not doing good, guys. And I just started like going in and out of like fever. I called into work the next day. By Saturday, I started feeling a bit better.
Better. You know what helps? If you were in Mexico, te da una pinche inyección, right? And it's like fucking next day.
If
you're with your abuelita, dude, she'll shove a bunch of Big Vaporub up your fucking top of your.
That or they give you a
Mi
suppository.
tía y mi abuela, they used to heat up Vaporub and make me drink it.
Oh,
that
damn.
can't be good for you, bro.
No, that's not.
No, I know it's not good for you.
It's not
Y
safe for
luego
ingestion.
también, yo me acuerdo cuando estaba chiquillo, you remember castor oil?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, dang, dude, that stuff. Oh, hijo de you know. No,
Check your stomach,
Vaporub sucked ass. Lo que sí me gustaba era cuando te agarraban como un carejillo almost, like it was like, they get a little bit of tequila, and then they put,
like a little pajarete.
y luego limón and honey, and then like they would like not boil it but get it to a simmer and then make you slam it, you know. And I was like,
29 mics. That was 29 mics.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
Órale. Acabamos de escuchar a Ella contra el Tigre con la rola Ego Breaker, un sencillo que salió en 2023. Ella contra el Tigre, un trío de Guadalajara, Jalisco.
I was going to ask you about them.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna hit him up, man. Maybe do an interview with us. Stoner, dream pop, psychedelic, cool. So this set was supposed to follow Hector's set, pero me llegó tarde este güey. We're playing my set first.
That's okay. We make it work. It's all good.
You threw us off. You threw us off, but in a good way, porque la música excelente y you know it's.
Dang, no traje mis pinches notas.
No.
Dude, wing it. I wung it tonight too, dude. Okay. I lost mine. Estamos en la misma, güey.
No,
okay,
man.
We'll just make it up.
Bueno, mira, ya que nos explicaste cómo los ingredientes para like homemade NyQuil, you know, back in the day, un poquito de tequila, honey, and limon, right? Heat it up, warm it up, make it into a little shot.
Yeah. Pues yo me acuerdo cuando una vez que fui a México, for some reason, no sé si estaba like, I couldn't sleep or I was nervioso about something, y me mandó mi tía Yolanda a la farmacia. And el güey me dio, I don't know, some pills. And I remember bringing him back. And that's when Manolo and I discovered Happy Pills. Do you remember that, Manolo? And I know I gave you the, it was one of those like, I don't know what.
That was That was pre-ADHD or what? What was that?
Neta Gerardo, I don't
Yeah.
even know what it was. All I know is it was dangerous because if you took it
Dude,
and
I
you
don't
had
think they
dos
were
o tres
legal, dude.
chelas, it
Oh,
was not good
man.
for you. It was
Like a
don't think they're
Valium
legal,
or
dude.
something?
Yeah.
Like, or the, yeah? Oh,
No sé.
man.
You know.
Yeah. Bueno.
Anyways,
Vamos a
let's
seguir.
keep with the good music. Okay.
Good music.
Vamos a San Sebastián, País Vasco, afuera de Donosti, with a group called Comic Sans. País Vasco is known for some amazing music, pero not much on the alt or emo side. But check out this
Okay.
band, Comic Sans.
Okay.
I mean, I was, you know,
Yeah.
I listened to it, me encantó, you know. Comic Sans de País Vasco.
Mi vecindad, Diablovisión, MVMN.
Se te prendió la vela.
Yep.
A ver. Let me see. We gotta go find conference. Camiches.
Right there. No,
Right
one more down.
Is it that one?
No,
No.
up more. You were there at the first one. Right there.
Now it's Camiches.
Yeah, no, one more
Yeah,
down. Ahí está, eso.
Yeah. Comic Sans. Is it like
Neta que no sé, dude. I mean,
my interpretation is it has to do with like the like comedic font per se. You know, and that's the only thing that I
it could be. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fairly new band.
Mhm.
Empezaron, like many of the bands that we've been playing últimamente aquí en Vecindad, empezaron alrededor del pandemia.
Okay.
So they're, pretty young band,
Because this picture here, with all due respect, and I said without due respect,
Mhm.
you know, that does not look like a person that from
that looks like one of our. It looks like one of our cousins.
But then again, I mean, there's a possibility that me and you have definitely some of that background back then from from
Look.
los españoles. So.
Lo que te perdiste, Manuel, I was saying, like, it's a pretty new band. Empezaron, like most of the bands we've been playing últimamente aquí en mi vecindad, from the pandemic on, from 2020 and on, a couple EPs, few singles,
Ya
It
se ve
sounds
morrillo,
really
el
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Does he look from over there? I said without due respect,
Como te digo, they're more on the alt side, alt indie emo side a little bit,
Yeah.
It definitely would fit more into like Lima, Peru scene, but
Yeah. He reminds me of somebody. I don't know who it is. It was like a cross between like Max, not Max,
El pinche Noé, like
Noé.
a blanquito Noé.
and some kind of one nerdy. Other than Chivo, there wasn't. I didn't start using my glasses until about 5 years ago.
really,
Yeah, this is my second pair ever of glasses. So, who?
but I've
What
seen
a-
you with glasses for years.
Oh no, those are just my sexiness.
Oh,
glasses.
okay.
Yeah. No. I didn't have any like reading glasses. They were just my pimp glasses.
They were your Dr. G sexologist glasses.
That's right. I could look into the future with those motherfuckers. También en el ángulo, porque cuando eran progresivos, yo también era progresivo. Y atrevido.
Bien atrevido, güey.
Estamos escuchando bajo nuestras voces no muy sexys porque ya estamos un poco rucos.
El mejor verano de mi vida. No,
Yeah.
estos morrillos son de Trujillo, Perú.
Órale.
So I kind of teamed them up with Comic Sans because they kind of sounds like they would like,
They
hang out.
do a good show together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, las portadas de hoy también there's there's a few on here where there's like one person in the portada. And,
So, ¿dónde son estos güeyes?
De Trujillo, Perú.
Perú. Yeah, they're good. Estaba platicando con Diabólico earlier today about how every time I listen to our playlist, I'm like, this is really good.
We always have a couple of gems,
Yeah.
I still go by my by the old faithful, like I dare anybody to listen to one of our sets and not walk away. Por lo menos una canción, una rola where you go like, okay, I think it's impossible to listen to one of our sets and not walk away with at least una rola that you
Turning on
like.
mics, turning on mics.
Eso fue el mejor verano de mi vida. Grupo y canción. De Trujillo, Perú. Antes de eso, Comic Sans. Canción triste para un asteroide.
Yeah, I think for me that was 94 to 2002.
I was thinking the same thing. ¿Qué verano fue ese? Ese verano.
Yeah. I would have to agree. I would definitely have to agree.
Lo primero que se me vino a la mente fueron los veranos where I was couch surfing. And
you're couch surfing from Santa Cruz all the way up to San Francisco.
I know, it was like, drop me off here.
Yeah.
I was couch surfing because I didn't have anywhere to stay, because in between school years, like the semesters, in the summers, was I wasn't gonna rent something if I didn't need it, so I was just couch surfing.
It's all good.
Absolutely. It was wonderful. El verano, esos veranos bonitos, el mejor verano de mi vida fueron todos los que disfruté en Santa Cruz, for sure. Bueno,
definitely.
Seguimos.
Bueno, desde Trujillo, Perú, vamos a regresar a España, pero this time to the coast, a Barcelona, con un grupo que se llama Tus Colegas. It's been a couple of years since I played them. So check them out. Tus Colegas con la canción Otra Noche.
MVMN, mi vecindad. Diablo Visión.
This band too, I was like listening, and trying to find.
One of the.
Are they fairly new or?
También pandemic.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all the bands, with the exception of Suerte Campeón, are all literally 3 to 5 years old.
This one's the one with the voice that it.
The first 3 bands that I picked with the theme of you wouldn't guess where they're from.
I was gonna say Argentina when I first listened to it,
but these guys are from Barcelona.
Yeah,
like the first band, Comic Sans. If I told you they're outside of Donosti, you'd be like, no, it sounds like Sudamérica. They're not,
right? Yeah. And even la portada, threw me off too.
Yeah.
And
so, these guys, you're right. Argentina, that's what they sound like.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're from Barcelona.
Which is interesting how the certain flavors of and not necessarily trying to, but literally comparing it to like culinary. There's flavors, right? And I think that happens in music too.
This definitely sounds like influenced by early fun people, Cuxify,
yes,
and Restos Fósiles, the whole Buenos Aires, Argentina emo hardcore sound from the mid-90s.
Era, yeah.
I was gonna say I'm digging the emo choruses.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that like Comic Sans, they're based out of Donosti, and they call themselves Via Midwest Emo.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
I'm like,
they're true. They're true.
So then
yeah, exactly.
Tú sabes, like. You know?
So I started digging into my record collection porque I finally got a cable to connect my record player to my soundbar,
Nice.
and I started listening to some stuff, and I listened to your set, and then I just started listening to stuff, and I started listening to Shroom Union, and I was like,
Oh,
holy shit, the
that's a name I
playlist
haven't
that
heard.
fucking Chivo put together totally reminds me of this.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've been very blessed en los últimos 5 o 6 años here in mi vecindad to be able to be fortunate to listen to groups that capture nuestra juventud when we were in the 90s. These youngsters are like capturing that same essence,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
It's a trip,
You know,
man.
it's like that buddy of mine that one of my coworkers. He's an old Mi Vecindad fan from back in the 90s, but he got out of the scene for, I don't know, the last 15, maybe more years, 20
Did
years.
he get married?
Married, divorced, everything, everything
that,
in between, and I started been floating him our set list, him and Arturo, our old friend Arturo from the 90s. And these are both guys that got out of the scene for many years, and they're like, wow, there's so many good groups. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, that's what we've been talking about for years, like the last few years, que la escena está tan buenísima ahorita que...
Yeah, what do you think brought me out of retirement?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was coaxing you for like a year or two, like, no, Manolo, it's good, it's good. And I want to say, I think it was finally Viva Belgrado probably did it,
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
now this band,
yeah.
Suerte Campeón, we've been playing them on and off, oh gosh, for the last, Gerardo, since maybe 2016 or whatever.
I was just, you know what? We started in 2016.
Yeah.
And so we're literally going on our 10th year. Something
Just
like
about,
that.
yeah.
We got back on.
This is a duet with La vocalista from
Axolotes.
Axolotes Mexicanos.
Mexicanos, yeah.
You know,
Cause Suerte,
they've been around forever. They've been around
because
almost as long as El Mató a un Policía Motorizado.
I was gonna say that I remember that portada, one of the first ones that they were playing soccer or they had soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Fútbol en la escuela and all that
Fútbol
stuff.
en la- yeah. And so
They started in the mid-late 2000s, como 2005, 2006, por ahí.
right.
You know.
And the I'm very surprised that Axolotes paired with them. Maybe sounds great.
Yes and no. I think Manolo would chime in and say, like, Axolotes Mexicanos is one of those bandas españolas that have like endured over the last 12, 15 years.
Yeah, because they were really like very indie hot at the beginning.
They've
then
gone through waves,
Yeah.
Pero they're very talented.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, right now maybe you got a bunch of other bands como like Menta and another band that I'm going to play upcoming that like let's taking their thunder, but
yeah. And Diabolico, you were gonna comment on this?
Oh, I was just going to be just asking, am I tripping, or are they on Elephant, or are they on a different label?
Axolotes?
Muchacho Records? Okay.
I think they're Muchacho.
Yeah.
That they've done singles for Elephant. Like they've been, Axolotes has been forever. Suerte Campeón has been around for a long time too. They're one of the indie powerhouses de Sudamérica.
It's Argentina, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Turning on mics.
Eso fue Suerte Campeón con la canción estrella de internet junto a Axolentes Mexicanos de su último disco que sacaron hace como un año y medio. El mundo es un lugar horrible con detalles hermosos.
Nice.
Which is pretty much
dead on.
Oh.
Hey,
does that dude have a black eye?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah,
maybe you're right.
Yeah, I didn't notice
It
that.
does, man.
Antes de eso, escuchamos a tus colegas con la canción Otra Noche. They're from Barcelona. Pretty damn fun set we got going on.
Oh, it's great.
So I think Manolo was onto something when he said that we were going to be short tonight. Looks like we're going to be short, but let's keep it going anyways. All right. Now I'm just going to go on left field.
Go.
And we're going to go with Hogar because I just wanted an excuse to play Hogar. I think Manolo introduced me to him maybe about a year and a half ago, and we haven't played him in a while. So, Hogar, con la canción Humillado, because I think that's kind of how we've been feeling in the last few months.
Yeah.
Right? Especially after I just came from a presentation, and it was all about basically standing up. The superintendent of El Condado Santa Cruz is reaffirming that the state of California and El Estado Santa Cruz is not going to back down from the federal government, and we were going to continue to keep all the provisions that we've had para nuestra comunidad inmigrante and for the LGBTQ plus community, and that's not going to change.
Right.
So they're kind of taking a stand, and we'll see where that's up. And that's why I'm late, because I went to go that for a little while. I almost feel like it's been a couple of decades since I've been not protesting, and now that I'm an old fart, I'm protesting again.
It's been, I feel like
that's what we did in the 90s. That's all we ever did.
In the 80s, we were like, late 80s, we were like, fuck it. Yeah, it was just
but even the 90s, I remember how many UCSC events we did, and Brown Berets and everything, and
the Gilman.
Yeah, everything, everything from Watsonville all the way to San Francisco, and just the protests, and it seems like it's going to start drumming up again. So,
let's do it through music.
Yep,
with great music every night here. Mi Vecindad a través de MVMN, la radio on Live 365. Where are we going?
Hogar, con la canción Humillado. MVMN.
Mi Vecindad.
Yeah, Hogar is one of those bands también that.
I don't know. Was it you, Manolo, or was it G that?
I think it might have been G. Yeah.
Okay.
It's such a fucking catchy jam.
It is. Yeah. I played a couple of their songs. Every 6-8 months, and I mean, all they have is one EP and one demo.
I was gonna say they don't have a lot, right?
No, they don't have a lot. But they've only been around a couple of years, so but they're fun.
Yeah, great. Great to listen to. Hogar, So as I'm listening to the playlist, I'm thinking like purpose. I'm thinking like why they blend in, and then I escape by not paying attention to details. And I know that that's a great playlist because it just flows.
There is some juxtaposition in the playlist, but I think it's on purpose.
Yeah, it's I can't say it enough. Mi Vecindad has that. We just are able to create something wonderful playlists that are available a través de Apple Music. Look for Mi Vecindad on Twitch, Mi Vecindad on YouTube, and Radio Mi Vecindad on Instagram. But it's Mi Vecindad, and you could follow us.
And pretty soon we'll have the music spotlight that we did la semana pasada.
Yes.
Con God damn it.
Lasitud, just wonderful band.
Yeah.
You're muted. Yep.
Badge.
You were excited. We saw you. We saw your excitement.
And I'm excited to listen to because I didn't even get a chance to listen. I called in sick.
Yeah, that's right.
But then I was going, no, I go, Manolo-G's got this. I've seen my questions. He's got this. He's got this,
He did a great job. I'm
just there for comic relief. So.
Yeah. Monte Perdido, man.
Perdido. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking right now. Monte Perdido.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Manolo and I debate over whether it's Monte Perdido or Menta, of like who's been kicking more boutte over the last 2 years.
I think they've been kicking different type of booty.
Yeah.
There's like the underground booty, and then there's like the mid-level booty. So I
You
think
know,
that,
it just makes me feel really good about la escena en general, but also with like, I remember in los noventas where there was only a handful of bands with that were female fronted or even female
yeah,
um, empowered.
yeah,
Y lo bello de ahorita is like, man, I mean, women are so everywhere in our music, and that's such a beautiful thing because bands like these are kicking like ass, like,
Mhm.
and it's so refreshing, you know. I mean, yo como padre de just all I have is daughters, you know. So to see this happening and it's not like, and they think it's normal. And I don't want to burst the bubble, but when we were younger, like 30, 35 years ago, there's only a handful. Like, how many times did we play at Terciopelados because they deserved it,
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Santa Sabina.
Tijuana no, Santa Sabina, exactly, And now, I mean, every week we're playing different bands.
Turn on mics, turn on mics.
I mean, we right now, estamos hablando de Monte Perdido con la canción Marca 52. Monte Perdido, dang. Qué buena banda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every year, it seems like every year they show up on our final year recap best of.
Estamos hablando, if it's not Monte Perdido, it's Menta. And they've been trading off for the last 3 years, 4 years. I mean, dang, can you imagine being in Madrid in the last couple of years and seeing some amazing groups that are like, man, there's got to be shows every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it's got to be like the Bay Area of the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, what a fun set tonight.
Very fun and very quick.
Well, Manolo was right.
I
He
didn't.
threw in a couple extra songs saying like, I got a feeling.
I'm like, yeah, Hector's set looks a little short.
Yeah, and it's the G goes like, no, I'm the editor in chief. Like, I'm J. Jonah Jameson.
Right?
Man. Siempre me echan la culpa a mí for anything technical, anything mishap, anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. All the technical stuff. No, but sí como que le fallé con la cuenta, no los minutos del playlist de esta noche, pero pues ni modo, pero vamos a seguir, aunque sea chico, siempre está muy profundo la música que tocamos aquí, ¿no? Digo, chico el playlist.
Always. No, pero también pero abundante de of feeling and intensity.
Intensity. Man, do we present some great music. Siempre aquí en mi vecindad, algo bueno, muy buena música. Y and the regular, la música que es contemporánea, de lo alternativo, de lo más alternativo hasta lo más... bueno, mira, los géneros nowadays they're very blurry, right? Están muy entrelazados los sentidos de géneros hoy en día, que básicamente todo lo alternativo lo tocamos aquí a través de mi vecindad. Y bueno, ¿se acuerdan del grupo Los Dynamite?
No, dude.
Right?
I don't.
Right?
No,
okay,
I don't.
You don't, right? Okay, why don't you remember Los Dynamite? They started in 2000, like around 2000, 2002.
That might be why.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Right. So they started. So mi vecindad went through a couple iterations. We started in 93, went on to at least 2000, right? 2000.
I stepped off. You stepped off in 99? 98?
Yeah, 98, 99.
I stepped off on 2000. Pachuli kept it going for one more year.
At least one or two, maybe 2000.
No, I think only one more year, and then I think he finally graduated.
Right.
And so mi vecindad like sunsetted en creo que 2001. Y duramos casi 15 años sin estar on the air.
What's interesting though, that you were busy with música.
You were busy with music, and
I
so was
was
Manolo.
busy with musical, so we
Well,
were all
that was the main thing.
Yeah.
All our careers took off, and we couldn't really do this anymore.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, not at the level that it the attention deserves. But now we're kind of winding down, so we're back.
Well,
know,
it's we're almost 10 years back.
Yeah, it's scary.
Almost
Yeah.
10 years. Like literally, we count. It's like we're going into our 10th
know.
year. Bueno, mira, los Dynamite son un indie rock band de Mexico, and we nos, it was during our hiatus that our radio hiatus, because we were in the music scene. We were all in the music scene one way or another, either the production side, the record label / live music production side, record label side. We were all
Tour
doing
managers.
music. We were doing it, man. We were literally doing music. We haven't stopped that since we started. Anyhow, son de la Ciudad de México, Mexico City at the time.
Okay.
La Ciudad de México. And one thing that just captivated me about them is like their style is very reminiscent of that late 90s style, right? But they were, if you search for like música post-punk, they show up as one of them for Mexico, representing Mexico.
Really? Okay.
So, yeah, which is interesting because their sound can be a little bit of all, but it's very reminiscent and very much that late 90s style of rock en español de México. Para mí, they're definitely representing y continuaron esa era y siguen. They took they had a break between 2008, so they were really active for a couple of years or 4 years. And band years can be like, there can be touring for 3 years and one album, and then another album for another 3 years. So that's what happened to these guys. They stopped. They started in 2002, and they started again 2008, and they stopped in 2008. They started again 2022. So right around the end of the pandemic, they started again. Vamos a terminar esta noche con este grupo de la Ciudad de México, los Dynamites, Los Dynamites, yeah. Con Fondos Insuficientes. That's one of their most recent singles, but they've been around since 2002. So,
chido.
Ya son clásicos. Y con eso terminamos aquí.
Ok, muchachos, hasta la próxima. Agur.
Buenas noches, raza. Se cuidan.
Mi vecindad.
Dude, this fucking reminds me, just the album cover, not the music, just the album cover is La Pinche Lupita. Are they the ones who do Cara de Pizza?
Yeah, señorita, no, la Cuca.
La Cuca. Okay.
La Cuca, señorita Cara de Pizza, la Cuca, yeah. But who do they sound to you like?
See, I haven't listened to the song yet.
Okay.
You mean the vocals?
Yeah, the vocals, yes. Yeah.
For some fucking reason, dude. I don't know.
Okay, just say
reason, Miguel Mateos comes to mind, dude.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Vocals.
I can't pinpoint it, but I didn't see that turn coming on the break.
Yeah, that they made it. So their vocals a little hidden, but at the beginning you could hear them. To me, they sound like fucking Phobia. Like, what's his name from Phobia?
Okay.
What?
I'm curious. I'll probably go listen to the whole album just to like figure it out.
They've got some good music actually. They got some music.
Okay.
To me, it was reminding me a little bit of Peace and Love. I guess that's why Miguel Mateos came to mind.
Maybe in the
sometimes there's a lot to say for a band that would say was active for say 10 years and then takes a break for 10 years and then comes back because whatever mistakes you made to create that break, if they're reflective on that and they learn from that, then they could really apply themselves even better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta say something. I really appreciate music, and I really appreciate bands like this because
really,
Angel says
Really
early
Cure?
Cure. I mean, they were kind of new wavy.
yeah, and they do have some of that because of their influences. So their influences. Check this out. So their influences are Velvet Underground, The Clash, Pixies, New Order, Joy Division,
Fuck yeah.
right? Depeche Mode,
Yeah.
and so
All
absolutely, yes,
greater.
Mhm.
You know,
Definitely. But anyhow, you just gotta come back next week and listen to our or not next week, the following week. Tomorrow, next week we'll have something on traveling to Mexico. So we will see you in a couple weeks.
Pleasure or business?
Pleasure.
Okay, good.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Vive
Hasta en 2 semanas, muchachos.